So the whole idea of share copy is that there's Facebook, Twitter, email, and also the offer copy that can all alternate. And the reason we alternate it is because we test to see which has the highest success rate. So for for an offer, that would be like, get this amount off of your offer if you share. We judge that by share rate, and the highest share rate, the better. For things like Facebook, Twitter, and email, we base that all on click rates. So clicks per share, this means that for every share there's actually 0.91 clicks. And so we want to get this as high as possible. And we've actually seen 16 in one campaign before. And that's very rare, but we'd like to shoot to have this be around 2 or 3. And so the way that we add in new copy, instead of creating a new campaign for each copy, is we look at the request. So in this case, we have Facebook copy here, the headline with some of the bodies as well. And all of their copy here is, unfortunately kind of like the same thing. So it's not going to have a huge variation, but just because they're an enterprise client, I'm going to add it in and do that anyway. So you click New Split Test. You select, obviously you want it to be active because you're making a new test that you want to affect certain types of campaigns. You select the type of campaign you want it to affect here. And so you can select double-sided deal, post-purchase, or affiliate, which is a standalone. And these are really the only two that we need to worry about now. There is also a subscription campaign still. But the tricky part here is that we're going to leave it to all, just because the campaign copy, actually we're going to just leave it to double-sided deal because they may set up an affiliate that has a different offer. And if they do that, we don't want this messaging to get in the way or cloud that. Then we're going to select the message key. So this is the Facebook title. If we were doing Twitter, like a tweet, we would change it to tweet. Email subject, email body. We can change the campaign image, and we can also make changes, at a more advanced level as to whether we're spoofing the email address or we're not spoofing the email address. What that means is that it would say like from @Reebok.com instead of Reebok @Curebit.com. And so we're not doing anything with the offer title here. We're just going to do Facebook, Twitter, and email. So the first thing we do is we take this and we say 15% off at Reebok. And I don't think that they added in these stars. I think that's something that Zendesk did. Yeah. It would just be really weird if they added in those stars, like especially here too. Yeah. So we're gonna save that, 15% off at Reebok. And if we want to, we can do this friend amount. Off at Reebok. And so that way, if they do change the amount, this is going to change too, okay? So create. There's no need to put a comment in there. And then it takes a little while to load. And then we're going to go back and we're going to do the next one. I'm just going to store that there. And then for Twitter, I do this. And they use the @Reebok, so that's going to show up in their feed as linking into Reebok. Just for double-sided deals, and for Twitter, create. Yeah, they're only running post-purchase. And then for email, same thing. And the reason I wouldn't just do all is because they might add in a standalone campaign, also called an affiliate, that will be a different amount, and then this would get in the way. This will, even though the system doesn't know whether, if we have it for all, the system's going to test it across all campaigns, not just double-sided deals. Yeah. And then that's by default. And then thought you might be interested. That's by default. That's already in there. I may have added something that's already in there. Check out this deal from Reebok. And then thought you might be interested is the default. I don't know why there's not a one of the things that happens is you see these things in here that say default. That means that it's active, and that means that that was what was initially in the campaign creation when split tests went live. Yeah. And so the other thing that, yeah, and that just basically tells you how it got in there. Okay. And so when you create a campaign, the first variation that you write when you're creating the campaign in the customized view is always ends up being the default. Yeah, it's really confusing. And then you always want to enable it, otherwise it won't work, okay? So you click enable by Curebit or enable by user. I'm going to stop recording this now.